Hi beautiful people, welcome back. Hope everybody is doing fantastic wherever you are in this world. Happy Thursday, one more day you guys, and it's the weekend. I can't wait. But anyway, first of all, I apologize if you can hear my wash and dry in the background. This has been such a hectic week because like I said to you a few weeks ago, my baby and the robotics team made it to state, so that is exciting. Everybody's been busy this whole week. Been at school till 4 o'clock in the afternoon every day, and by the time we get home it's 5:30, and it's been exhausting for her, absolutely exhausting, but all good. It's all gonna pay off. I am so excited for them. I am so proud of them. Just pray for me for being 2 days with all these teenagers, and you guys know how they can be, but I am just so proud of her. So I'm actually just filming this video while I'm doing the laundry. I finished cook, I finished clean. So my husband and my 2 babies will be covered for the days that we're gone, and they'll be good. So I do apologize about the noise in the background if you can hear it. I'm actually leaving in the next 2 hours, and we're driving down to Auburn University, and the competition will be held from 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. If they do not place first, second or third, we'll be back by tomorrow afternoon. But if they do place, it's gonna be a longer stay, so I'll see where I'm at. But I'm so proud of them, truly am proud of them. Before we get into it, please don't take what I say as fact. Feel free to do your own research and come to your own conclusion. So Katie Joy has finally done a video in reference to Josh Duggar being at the wedding of the daughter of the people he was living with and his brother-in-law. It's a whole story. But this is how, what word can I use? Spiteful Katie Joy is, okay? Everybody must come and subscribe to her channel, and you know, everything is about her. We know that for a fact. So she finally came and she did this video yesterday, but this has been out for quite a while now, for a few days, because I actually watched this video when it first came out by TUFF Topic, and she put this video out, as I screenshot this, was 2 days ago, and she covered this absolutely fantastic. It was absolutely brilliant the way she covered the story, and also there's a lot that she caught, and in my opinion, I think Katie definitely watched her video, because as you're gonna hear, Katie says, and she does this all the time, she says, oh, my subscribers want to know, or my subscribers asked me to, or something about her subscribers. And this is the exact same thing she did here. She says her subscribers sent her the link to the video. Not saying which video, but just a video from a YouTuber. I can tell you right now, TUFF Topic had this video up for days, but Katie's so sly, she'll put her little tweaks in there to deter people, and we know Katie Joy steals content, in my opinion, from a lot of people, and then all she does is deny, in my opinion. So anyway, as I said, TUFF Topic had actually posted this video, and it says exclusive, Josh Duggar seen around minors 2 months before trial. Then Katie Joy decides to do a video, and she says, Josh and Anna Duggar's shocking appearance at wedding days before trial exposed. How did this happen? Now, I'm not saying I'm an expert at anything, but one thing I've learned about Katie Joy, she sells herself, okay? Because when you give too much of an explanation on why, you've done something wrong, in my opinion. Let's hear about how she got to this topic.
Today, I got a message from one of my subscribers who sent me a link to a video that was posted on YouTube, which happened to be a wedding video of Hannah Reber to David Keller.
First of all, I'm gonna call bullshit on that. Absolute bullshit. Because for number one, the only person and the first person to my knowledge, maybe there's somebody else, but to my knowledge, the first person that came out with the story, and it truly was an exclusive, was TUFF Topic. And this was her video. This was 2 days ago as I checked last night. Today it will show 3 days ago. So to my knowledge, she was the one that broke the story. This was an exclusive. And then Katie Joy goes in and she says that the video was, you know, panning around so much. She couldn't see certain people, or she couldn't make out Josh. She could make out the hairline.
We had found some photos that we thought looked like Josh, but there was it was very carefully put out by the family that Josh didn't appear in any of the photos, and there was no evidence that he was there outside of like a receding hairline that we saw that seemed to match Josh.
But in her video, the thumbnail on her video clearly shows Josh in a picture. So how can you say you could not see him? You could just see the hairline. It just makes no sense. But anyway, let's get back to this. In my opinion, Katie Joy did not want to cover this because already somebody beat her to the punch, okay? And one thing, you guys, we know, and or should I say I know, Katie Joy hates giving credit where credit is due. But she's the one to scream from the mountaintop and to call people out when people don't give her credit, right? I'm going to actually link Tough Topics video down below. Go and watch it. It was fantastic. It was awesome. And you can make the comparison between the two. She is absolutely classy. She sure as hell doesn't want to mention any other channels because, as she always says, if she mentions any other channel, she's going to drive an audience to that channel. And clearly she wouldn't want to drive an audience to Tough Topic because Tough Topic also covers the Duggars. And I think she does a fantastic job. You guys should definitely check her out. And then she comes with this elaborate story on how the videographer, what's his name? What did she call him?
Gabriel, the film guy for the IBLP.
And he put it out, and you know what? Katie Joy, I don't know who buys your bullshit that you don't go and prowl other people's channels, that you don't watch what other people say about you on channels. You yourself said you have subcontractors, as you call them. So did you not hire those subcontractors to actually check out every video, surf the net to see who's making videos about you, what they're saying about you? Because to me, you come across as that person, a narcissist. Just in my opinion. And then she goes and she says, and clearly you guys, this is actually just my opinion, right? But this is just a pattern for KJ. She also mentions in the video that she did not see Michelle Duggar. Really? Tough Topic actually had Michelle, a photo of Michelle eating in the background. And she did this exact same thing. Let's just take a detour for a minute, okay? She just did this exact same thing when she did the video about Jessa. Remember when she went and got Jessa cancelled from her sponsor, Native? She did a video on why did Jessa post this ugly sweater contest in February when this was done in December. Now, a logical person, okay, would actually put 2 and 2 together. If you're doing sponsorship for a company, you would want your best content. So maybe Jessa held off on it. But anyway, I'm diverting myself. So in this video that she made, okay, she says that she made it seem as though Jessa was being so manipulative and got Anna on camera when she knew Anna didn't want to be on camera. You tell me, you be the judge.
Here, in 3rd place, Michael Duggar.
Now to anybody out there, does that look like Anna was just basically leaning back and just trying to get a full picture of her son? Not what Katie Joy is saying, she's not wanting to be in the video. Are you fucking kidding me? Then the best part about this is that she says that Lauren Duggar was not there. Again, the camera was panning around so much she couldn't see Lauren. And then that there may be problems with Lauren and Josiah and a whole lot of bullshit. But what do we have here? And thank you so much to the DUGGAR snore credit. They are absolutely amazing. They got a picture of Lauren. She was very much there. So for those people that want to tell me, they want to come and pound on me and tell me to leave Katie Joy alone. She does her due diligence, she researches, she fact checks. How did she not fact check this? Did she just not go to the correct channels to find this? Was she just rushing to get this video out? Or was she just trying to put bullshit in y'all's minds to say that there is problems going on in the DUGGAR household? She was the one that told you guys how the DUGGARs are. They're only there to put a smile on their face and put out the facade that everything is hunky-dory. So Katie decides to just go out there and put it out there that Lauren was not there. Maybe they are having problems. Maybe she doesn't want to be there on camera. Make up your mind, Katie. You got to stick to one script, just one. This woman is such an idiot in my opinion, truly an idiot. Then she goes on an Instagram live. Katie Joy doesn't know how to humble herself or to correct herself, because this is how she played it in the end. Couldn't correct herself on, oh, I'm sorry, I misunderstood Anna's actions. She wanted to be there and I totally missed Lauren. She was there. No, she couldn't do that. But this is what she said.
So yesterday, Jessa happens to post a Christmas video with sweaters, which is really weird. Why didn't she post this in December? She has posted other videos since. It's a very bizarre video to put out. Every other year, she's posted this on the exact time frame of when the party happened. But she waited until February 2nd to post the video. The video happens to have Lauren and Josiah in it, which has been this huge question publicly, is are they splitting up? So it answers that question. And it also shows Anna, who's smiling and her kids are winning a contest and everything looks great, trying to squash rumors that there's some sort of rift within the family.
So Katie Joy went onto her Instagram and she actually posted this picture. The picture where Josh Duggar was very much seen with the family. And it says, you might not ought to go to birthday parties, family dinners, church activities. These things might risk violating this condition. Do you understand? Without a Crystal Ball reached out to the U.S. attorney regarding Josh Duggar attending a wedding where minor children were present. A copy of the photo and a link to the video was provided in our inquiry. We asked the office if Josh Duggar was allowed to attend by the court even though minors were present. They had no comment. WOACB found the transcripts from his bond hearing where the judge specifically told him to avoid any events that could lead to a violation. The court. The next condition is one I feel the strongest about. You can have unlimited contact with your children so long as their mother is present. However, you to have no contact with any other minor child, including your minor siblings, nieces, nephews, children or friends. People getting piano lessons. Are we clear? So the defendant, yes, Your Honor. The court. This is not a condition. I emphasize and repeat this. This is not a condition, but it's a recommendation. You get it, you guys? The judge is telling him, this is not a condition, but this is a recommendation. I recommend that you govern your actions by thinking about where you might go and who you might encounter. You might not ought to go to birthday parties, family dinners, church activities, these things that might risk violating this condition. Do you understand? The defendant, yes, Your Honor. When the judge asked the U.S. attorney if they had objections to Josh Duggar having access to his children, they said this. Dustin Roberts. We would be glad to provide the court more information about law enforcement's attempts to have those kids forensically examined. However, unlimited contact does not give the government some pause or concern, respectfully. And then the court, violating any of these foregoing conditions of release may result in immediate issue of a warrant for your arrest, a revocation of your release, an order of detention, a forfeiture of bond, prosecution for contempt of court, and violation alone could result in additional imprisonment, a fine, or both. Josh Duggar agreed to all these terms and knew he was not supposed to go to any events where children were present. But Katie Joy, let's go back. The judge said this is not a condition, but a recommendation. Do you not get that, Katie Joy? For someone that calls themselves a journalist, they can't seem to understand what they're reading or what they're seeing. Do you not get that? It's not a condition, it's a recommendation. And you guys, this is what makes me so angry about Katie Joy. There you get a person like me that just can't stand Josh Duggar for the things that he's done. You'll all know how I feel, because majority of people feel this way. I feel like I'm coming to his defense, but I'm not coming to his defense. You know, we're just trying to go over what the court says. Maybe he did get permission from his PO to go to this wedding. And it clearly states, do not be in contact. He could be around these kids or siblings or nieces and nephews, but he couldn't be in contact with them. Maybe I'm wrong, and I apologize if I'm wrong. But this is like, I don't know, Katie Joy. So Josh Duggar agreed to all these terms and knew he was not supposed to go to any event where children were present. Wow. Sojo Files reports he had permission by the probation office, though I can't see in her stories where she got this information from, his PO. I reached out to the court today for clarification. Now look how she goes and she throws Sojo under the bus. Now, if I remember correctly, Sojo was the one to actually contact Katie Joy, and or they basically got in contact with each other, and Sojo was giving her information from the courtroom, because Sojo Files was actually in the courtroom every day. So why would you throw Sojo Files under the bus like this? To me, this is like, oh no, don't believe Sojo Files. I couldn't find where she got that information from. Katie, could you not just send her a DM or pick up the phone with her and say, but how did you get clarification of this? How did you know that he got permission from his PO? That's all she had to do. But no, she had to throw Sojo Files under the bus. I hope Sojo Files learns from this, just the small tidbit itself. And then this whole thing about Dustin Roberts, when he said we'd be glad to provide the court more information about law enforcement's attempts to have those kids forensically examined. However, unlimited contact does not give the government some pause or concern, respectfully, right? The other day she made note that his PO did the whole investigation, handed in, it's under seal. But what does she go and title her video? This woman goes and she does. She says, Josh and Anna's kids' court-ordered evaluations complete. Report submitted for sentencing. Does she know for a fact that Josh Duggar's kids were evaluated? Does she know that? She's just leaning on her own understanding. She's speculating. She's assuming. Maybe they didn't. Or maybe they did. But we don't know which it is. But she's reporting it as fact, which is so wrong. And then she makes this statement in a video.
Your wedding photograph. That's my question. Like, even if he is your brother-in-law, why would you want him in your picture given what was on the coming up? This was 2 weeks before trial. His family clearly did not believe he was guilty. I mean, there's no other rational explanation in my mind that a family member would allow him to be in a photograph unless they truly believed he was innocent.
But Katie Joy fails to basically take her own advice and use, you know, like her thinking skills, because she was the one to report that the Duggars are taught to always put a smile on their face, not show when anything is wrong. All these people on the IBLP, don't they all have the same mannerisms? Don't they all do the same thing? So to them, Josh is like, he did no wrong. Or they understand he did wrong and they pray for him. You know, they're not just going to kick into the curb. That's how they are. And one more thing. If she has been so hypocritical and saying that she wouldn't want anybody like Josh at a wedding, Wasn't her brother-in-law at the wedding? Her wedding? Didn't she say that her brother-in-law is the same as Josh Duggar? What's the difference, Katie Joy? You had him at your wedding. You even said this was the first time you met him at your wedding. You gave him a hug. It was awkward. Make up your mind. And then she also states that she reached out to the U.S. attorney and they had no comment. They said they should contact the U.S. courts and something to the effect of she didn't know which court to contact or something. Let me just play this.
Email back from a law enforcement coordinator who told me that the U.S. Attorney's Office had no comment regarding Josh Duggar attending a wedding, and they directed me to the U.S. courts. So with the U.S. Attorney's Office having no comment on the photos and the idea of trying to reach out to the U.S. court systems, which at this point it's not clear to me who I would even contact. I don't know that we'll ever get the answer on whether or not Josh Duggar was allowed to attend this wedding, or if he was allowed to be around children. The optics here don't look good because the judge was so clear in the magistrate when she gave him his bond order about how much she didn't want him around kids.
So maybe she did, maybe she didn't. I don't know. But why was she so hesitant to contact the court? Is it because maybe the court knows that name so well? Catherine Joy or Katie Joy or whatever she goes by. Because remember when she was attending Josh Duggar's hearing virtually, what did she do? She took a screenshot of Josh Duggar for her own mental note. That is fucked up. That is sick beyond sick. It was stated from the court's rules, do not do this. She did it. She even admitted to doing it. She was so proud of herself. I'll link that video down below. You can go watch it. Who does that? Who does that? So what, are you scared to get hold of the courts because the courts are going to find out? Because people were bombarding those courts, telling them what Katie Joy had done. Everybody knows in that place what Katie Joy had done. So was she scared? Now you guys, let's be clear on one thing, okay? Katie Joy is not a lawyer. Katie Joy is definitely not a reporter, definitely not a journalist, okay? She went to school and there's her LinkedIn. Bachelor of Arts, Spanish. But check this out. So you guys, I don't know if you remember a while back. I think it was during the trial, okay? Katie Joy gave a shout out to this person, Christopher. And she said Christopher was in the IBLP. He's no longer in there. He's an attorney now. Gave him a huge shout out, you know, saying his praises, everything. So apparently, a few days ago, Katie Joy had this whole back and forth with him on Instagram, okay? But this is what actually caught my attention, which was so hilarious. If you want to get the whole rundown of the back and forth between this guy, Christopher, and Katie Joy, I'm going to leave a link to EKC video. She had actually done the back and forth, which is hilarious. And I know a lot of you were, why are you always shouting out EKC? Because she's hilarious. Let me just put it that way. At Christopher Jones, thanks for the compliment. I actually wanted to go to law school, but my ADHD convinced me that I wasn't smart enough. I also wanted to be a journalist, so I settled on journalism. Wow. So Katie Joy truly believes she's a journalist. She truly believes she's a journalist. At this point, I truly do feel bad for her. Because how can you be so oblivious? If that's the case, then I can give myself any title at this point. But I'm just good with knowing I'm a stay-at-home mother. I'm good with that. What Katie Joy sits and does, anybody can do that. But it's not a good thing. It's not a safe thing to sit and Google law. Not everybody's case is the same. We don't know what the judge will do. But she brings these these guidelines or whatever she reads, she brings it out as facts. Laws change all the time, you guys. I highly suggest, you want to know about what's going on with these cases. Go watch a wide variety of lawyers. There's Nate the lawyer. There's Uncivil Law. There's Emily D. Baker. There's Nick Ricada. There's so many I can name. And it's not a bad idea to get different perspectives. Absolutely not. Please don't listen to Katie Joy. Please. A typical example. Again, she said Jill will never testify. Who was the one they had on standby to testify? Jill. She said Josh is getting so many. Is she going to stand corrected when she's proven wrong? If Josh doesn't get what she's saying he will get. Katie Joy is not, again I emphasize, she is not a reporter. She's not a journalist. She's definitely not a lawyer. We can all Google this, but we won't know until the time comes, until that judge makes up his mind on what sentence he wants to give Josh. Just watch yourselves, you guys. I'm not saying don't watch her. You can do what the hell you want to do. But she needs to cut out the bullshit. She needs to stop throwing people under the bus. Sojo Files, please take this as a red flag. Please. The work you do is fantastic. She could have just picked up the phone with you or sent you a DM to find out from you. There's nothing better than working together. Where you got this information from? Did you really get it from his probation officer? In my humble opinion, what Katie Joy is doing is so dangerous. So, so dangerous. What Josh has done is absolutely the worst thing going. But he's been brought to justice. He's going to serve his time. Katie Joy takes a sliver of information and she embellishes that information to the point, sometimes, in my opinion, she lies so much. And her supporters just take every bit of it and run with it. It's like at the end of the day, why aren't you guys, her subscribers, using your critical thinking? Why aren't you being logical? Because, honestly speaking, desperate times call for desperate measures, in my opinion. At this point, Katie Joy is desperate. There is something going on, which we will soon find out, that she is at a point where she's got to clean her image up. Because she is going to be exposed for something. I don't know what it is, but this is a pattern for her. I can't put my finger on it. I truly can't. But thank you guys so much. Let me know what you think down in the comment section. I know it's going to be very interesting. That's it, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget on your way out to like, subscribe, and the notification bell to be notified each time I upload. Feel free to share this video if you like. Please be safe out there. Have a wonderful weekend. Please be kind to one another. And don't forget to make good memories. Bye, guys.